lifetime income study is done by Greenwald and Associates and Canex. They do this in order to find what are the current sentiments with people as far as it relates to income in retirement. Now, I've got this entire document on my website. You can download it right from safemoneyretirement.com, and you can see all of the top 10. I've only got time to cover the top 2, so that's what we're going to discuss right now. But first, if you do not already have your copy of my book, Safe Money Retirement, Your Game Plan for Success, I strongly recommend you get your own copy. We will send you a copy absolutely free with no charge and no obligation. It's going to explain exactly how these income products that we're just about to discuss, how they work, how they can work for you, how they work together with your other plans that you have, your IRAs, your 401ks, your TSPs, how all of that works. So get your free copy, 833-413-SAFE. That's 833-413-7233. Or just log right onto our website, safemoneyretirement.com. You can download your ebook instantly from there, or you can request a paperback and we'll get one out in the mail to you. Now, this lifetime guaranteed income study that's done, again, by Greenwald and Associates and Canex, there's 10 top findings, but we're going to discuss the top 2. So number 2, the best reason to buy a guaranteed lifetime income product, according to consumers, is protection against running out of money. Now, I hear stories all the time of studies that are done, and you can read, there's a ton of studies that are done all the time about what's people's biggest fear in retirement, or what are they focusing on in retirement, all these kind of things. By far, the number one challenge, concern, fear people have is running out of money before they run out of life. I hear it all the time. I hear it every single day. And that is a big concern. Now, how can these products help? The way these products help is essentially you're creating your own pension. Now, what do I mean by that? You've got a chunk of money saved in a TSP, a 401k, an IRA, whatever it's in, doesn't matter. The money sitting there is great. And you've been told all your life, well, if you withdraw somewhere around 4% once you retire, it should last you until 84, 89, 70, 78, whatever the year is. The problem is if they've got you and you're good until 84, what happens if you live to 94? What happens if you live to 104 these days with medical advancements? That's the challenge that people are having. And with these guaranteed income products that I'm always talking about, you don't ever have to worry about running out of money. And typically you're withdrawing a lot more than 4% per year. These guaranteed income products will pay you a guaranteed set amount no matter what, as long as you're drawing breath. And we can set them up to where it's for you and your spouse. So if either one of y'all are still breathing, it's still paying with 100% survivorship. No drop in benefits when one of you are gone. That's how you can not worry about running out of money before you run out of life. We can make sure you've got enough income to cover you moving forward for the rest of your life. Now, there are some things that we have to figure out. Do we want to have a stable income that's set for the rest of your life, or do we want to have one that grows? Or do we want to have one that's stable and then have some other accounts that are growing that you can turn on later? A lot of different things, and we have to do that individually. That's why there is no one size fits all in retirement by any means. Everybody is completely different. But the point being with this number 2 point out of the top 10 is that people are seriously concerned about running out of money before they run out of life. Now, once you have one of these products, what does that offer? Worry less about day-to-day expenses in retirement, budget more efficiently, spend more on discretionary spending than they would otherwise, and take greater investment risk with their other assets. Because you know you've got the income you've got to have, so you can take care of that, and then you can take some more risks over here because you already know your income's taken care of. So that's number 2. So now let's move on to number 1. The number 1 key finding is consumers value guaranteed income in addition to Social Security. So what this shows is that 67% find it highly valuable to have another source of guaranteed income above and beyond Social Security. And I mean, if you go, that's the people that say it's extremely valuable. I mean, if you go down from that, I mean, it's most everybody says it's valuable. There's a very small percentage that say it's not. So essentially what this is saying is, even though Social Security is great, the challenge is a lot of people are really concerned about the longevity of Social Security. A lot of people are also concerned about the amount that's going to be coming in Social Security. The Congressional Committee for Social Security just last year, or in 22, said that if things weren't taken care of, if Social Security wasn't bolstered and taken care of, by 2032, that benefits were going to have to be cut by 30% or maybe even more. So a lot of people are concerned about that as well. Maybe you've got enough right now, but what happens if they do cut benefits? What happens if Social Security, God forbid, becomes insolvent? So a lot of people are valuing having that guaranteed income in addition to Social Security. So if Social Security is cut, or if there are challenges with Social Security in the future, that you know you've got a guaranteed income that's going to pay you as long as you are alive. And it depends again on how we set up the plan. There are some plans that are just a set amount of time. There are some plans that go all the way through your life, and then anything left in that plan after you're gone, all of it would go to your beneficiaries. So there's a lot of different ways that we can set these up. There's also some of these income plans that have what's called a long-term care doubler benefit. So let's say, for example, you're getting paid $2,500 a month. You put money in and they're paying you $2,500 a month. Then you get in a long-term care situation. Well, as long as there's still principal left in the account, a lot of these products have what they call a long-term care doubler, which can double that income from, in this case, $2,500 to $5,000 for up to 5 years. Now, again, every single plan's different, so we'd have to discuss the individual plan specifically with you. But there are a lot of different benefits to these income plans. But the biggest benefit, to wrap this up, is that you don't have to worry about income for the rest of your life. We can make sure that you and your spouse are taken care of with income. No matter what comes up in the future, you know you've got enough income to cover you without having to worry about a market event, without having to worry about Social Security. That's the biggest push from this.
The preceding information does not represent tax, legal, or investment advice. Surrender charges apply to base contracts. Optional lifetime income benefit riders are used to calculate lifetime payments only and are not available for cash surrender or in a death benefit unless specified in the annuity contract. Fees may apply. Guarantees are based on the financial strength and claims-paying ability of the insurance company. No information presented today should be acted upon without meeting with a qualified and licensed professional. Obviously, by calling us now, you are just taking the first step towards protecting your retirement. It's important that you read all insurance contract disclosures carefully before making a purchase decision. Rates and returns mentioned on this program are subject to change without notice.